Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. Welcome to Not Perfect Zen and Day 11 of Inktober Tangles for 2024. I am doing this on 2 by 2 inch tiles. These are either bijou tiles or watercolor paper that I have cut to 2-inch squares, and then they will go into a 12-inch square frame. I encourage you to look into the description. There are links to more information. Okay, this is a disc-bound system that I use, and after I show my example, they go in to this little booklet, and there is a link to a video for how I made this if you're interested. Okay, day 11 is NoFOMO by Amy Broady. She's a CZT, and if you look at the PDF file that has links to the step outs, and also I'll have a link to her step out in the description, she explains why she named this NoFOMO. Now, FOMO means fear of missing out. And she has a very touching story about the evening and morning when her mother passed away. And that's how the name came about. I'm not going to go into the whole story, but it was really good. Okay, I will be using a Micron PN, means plastic nib, a Zentangle graphite pencil, which is just a number 2 pencil, and a blending tool known as a tortillon. And I keep this in there just to keep the tip kind of pushed out. Okay, this is a very interesting pattern. It starts with 5 C curves, and I have an arrow down here as a reminder that I put a couple of more examples on the back here. And if you look at her step outs, she has several fun examples. And for instance, these can come this way, or they could curve in that way. Okay, and then you can just embellish them in so many different ways. I had fun playing with this one. Okay, I think I'll use this tile today. And the way that I like to start out, just because I have a hard time personally getting my 5 points to line up the way that I want them to, and so I have done this on, or using my pencil first. Okay, so that's not so bad this time. And then when you come back with your pen, if you need to, you can adjust it a little bit. So, like I said, we start with these C curves. And I may adjust this a little bit. Okay, so that is step 1. And then we come back and we just make these little curls. Don't go all the way in like that. And she does it all the way around. Turn in your tile to keep your hand comfortable. Okay. One more. Now we're going to connect these. So it ends up looking like two mukas. Okay. Okay, so those are the initial steps to get this going. And then from here on, it's just embellishing it however you would like to do it. I'm going to erase my initial lines. And one of the things that she did that I thought was cute was she put like little fescue petals coming off the edges. So let's do that. Not fescue, flux. Okay, there's something sounded wrong. Petals similar to flux. Like I said, I encourage you to look at her step outs and read her story. Look at her examples. Okay. The other thing is you can do some cool stuff here in the center. I am going to put just an orb. And then just kind of a curvy line coming around from each one of these. So I'm just all right, and then I'm just going to do more lines coming into the center. Might have been better with straight lines. Either way, no mistakes. Just play with it. Okay. I think I'm going to slip another one in there. All right. And then the other thing that you could do is put an orb in here. And then you could fill this in. I'm going to give that just a little highlight there. Each one of these is going to be a little bit different size. Cool. I haven't done it this way before. That's where you can don't overthink it and play what if. What if I do something different? Okay, just like on the back here. I did each one of these a little bit different. And you could have these. In her step out, she does have these orbs coming out. So let's go ahead and do that. And each one gets a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's cool. I have not done any of these that look the same twice. I have practiced several times in my sketchbook. I do not get these right the first time. And if you don't get it right the first time, don't worry about it. You know, start out doing it in a sketchbook and then come back. You know, I like that. All right. So let's go in here and put some shading in this center part, which is different. I'm going to put a little bit around here. And then just gently soften that, but I'm not going to pull it all to the center. If you're using a colored tile like this, you could come in with a white charcoal pencil and add a little bit of highlight there. And I do have, there we go. Okay, I do have one of these for white, and I'm just going to soften that a little bit. Okay, so that helps. And then for these little flowers or flux petals, we're going to put a little bit of graphite on the bottom where they all meet. Okay, and then soften that. And then with, I was going to use the graphite that was on my tortillon, but it's not doing much. Okay, I'm just putting a little graphite on one side. And soften that. And if you're using the white, come in and add a little bit of white on there. I'm going to put some in the very center of that too. All right. Little bit of a C curve of graphite on each of these little mucas. It's kind of small, but if you do this bigger, then it'd be easier to shade. Bijou tiles can be a challenge, but when we get them all put together in that frame, it's going to be really cool. All right. So there we go again. No FOMO, no fear of missing out. Again, don't overthink it. Have fun with it. Here's the other two examples that I have. I hope you enjoyed this. Please hit the like button, subscribe, share, leave comments, and I hope to see what you've done. Thank you again for joining me, my friends, and I will see you tomorrow for day 12. Thank you. Bye.